Congress trying to work its way to a compromise. Joining us now, New Hampshire Senator Shaheen is a Democrat on the Small Business Committee. So, Senator, we have two plans that seem to be before Congress right now. You have the Boehner plan and you have the Reid plan in the Senate. They've been described as very similar plans. Why are we still not at a compromise?
Well, I think there's a disagreement about how long we would like to see the plan go until we have to vote again. That's one of the concerns I have about the Boehner plan. It doesn't get us through the next year. It's only a 6-month proposal. The Reid plan does longer than that. One of the things that I'm hearing from small businesses in New Hampshire is that they would like some certainty. They want to see this resolved. They want to see us work together, and they want to be able to plan and invest in a way that is going to be good for the economy, that will allow us to create jobs. And I think we need to get this behind us. We need to take the second step and deal with coming up with a long-term debt and deficit plan.
So President, I'm sorry to interrupt, but the president,
sure,
if he so choose, and again, there's the question, and he's even voiced questions of whether or not he can use it as executive order to do this. That would certainly erase uncertainty for some of the small businesses that you're mentioning. If the president just came out and said, listen, we're extending the debt ceiling, we're sidestepping Congress. Would you be for that?
No, I think Congress needs to get this done. This is under our authority. There's nothing that's preventing us from doing it except the will to come to the table and negotiate. I think the president and other administration officials have looked at that and determined that that's not a viable option. Congress needs to act. That's our responsibility.
I'd like to follow up on a question then that my colleague Ed Henry asked in the press briefing with Jay Carney just a short time ago. He asked the question of whether or not too much was happening behind closed doors. And we get reports of meetings between certain key leaders. And I'm wondering your opinion as a senator. Is too much of this happening behind closed doors to really have a good sense on what compromise lay before you?
Well, when we see the plans in front of us, then we'll know. I think if they have to meet behind closed doors to get this done, that's what they need to do. The reality is we have a deadline of Tuesday to raise this debt ceiling, and there are significant consequences of our failure to do that. It'll affect business. It could put us into another recession. It will affect families across this country in terms of their ability to borrow and their mortgage payments and credit cards and car payments. We need to get this done, and we need to start focusing on the other issues facing this country. And that's how we put people back to work and how we get this economy growing again in the way it should.
Senator Shaheen, thank you so much for joining us today. It's nice to have you back on the show.
Thank you.
We have some brand new and very interesting